Nimzo-Indian defense, classical variation, 4.005.e4. Intense. That was a serious game. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even. The players battled pretty evenly in the end game. Opening with the queen's pawn. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. By taking control of the crucial d5 square and creating a space on which the knight can move to c3 without obstructing the c-pawn, move c4 helps to create a strong center. The move e6 creates a line for the dark squared bishop, sets up a rapid castle, and prepares to push a pawn to d5 and recover the piece if it is taken. And c3 develops the knight to fight for the e4 square and to control d5. In the Nimzo-Indian defense, bb4 pins the knight on c3, preventing it from moving or protecting e4, and threatens to trade, disrupting white's pawns after bx-c3. qc2 defends the knight on c3 and continues the fight for the e4 square. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. The e4 square occupies space in the middle, rules the d5 and f5 squares, and promotes the development of the light squared bishop. This hits in the middle and prevents the opponent from gaining ground. This strikes a rival knight. The knight is now on a square that is more secure. This activates a piece and simultaneously wins time by attacking an opposing knight. This uses a pawn to attack the center while vying for position. A pawn that was being attacked and had no defenses is now protected by this. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. Recaptures. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. This defends the attacked pawn. This protects the attacked knight. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. It is a fair deal after all captures. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is the last book move. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. That's good. This poses a risk of winning a rook. It is ideal. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. Backs off. It is ideal. The pawn is now in a safe position. This poses the risk of producing a passed pawn. It is quite good. This defends a vulnerable pawn by pinning one of its attackers. This prevents the opponent from being able to create a passed pawn. It is best. By moving a rook from its starting square, this activates it. It is ideal. This misses a chance to protect a pawn that was being attacked. It is incorrect. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This wastes a chance to protect a pawn that was being attacked. It is incorrect. This moves the bishop to safety. This is the only good move. It is a great move. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. There was only one good move in that position. This ignores an opportunity to reveal an attack on a pawn. It is a mistake. This allows the knight to control more squares. It is best. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. This threatens to reveal an attack on a pawn. It is best. There was only one move that was effective, and this wasn't it? This passes up a chance to fork portions. It falls flat. This threatens to win a knight. There was only one good move there. This overlooks an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. It is a miss. That's an unfortunate error. It is a mistake. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This poses a fork piece threat. It is ideal. This is a missed chance to relocate a bishop to safety. It is incorrect. Recaptures. This threatens to reveal an attack on a rook while also checking the king. It is best. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. This threatens to kick a queen. It is a mistake. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This defends the attacked pawn. It is good. Very precise. It is best. The pawn is now adequately defended. It is best. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. As a result, the bishop may now control more squares because it is in a better position. That's good. This poses a knight-winning threat. It is incorrect. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. It is best. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is best. Backs off. It is ideal. The knight is now located at an outpost, a safe area inside the enemy's territory. It is quite good. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is good. This exchange is fair. It is quite good. Recaptures. White is ahead at this point in the endgame. It is ideal. Among the best actions. It is quite good. That's a decent move. That's good. That's fine. It is good. This places a rook on the 7th rank, activating it and putting the other side's king under pressure. It is quite good. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. A solid choice. It is excellent. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. That pawn was free for the taking. It is best. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. It was a free pawn there. It is ideal. That is a logical response. It is quite good. The rook is now in a safe position. It is quite good. That's a decent move. That's good. By moving it from the back rank, this activates the king in the endgame. It is ideal. A very strong play. It is excellent. Among the best actions. It is quite good. This avoids the rook's check. It is ideal. This provides an equal exchange of parts. It is ideal. This deters an assault on a rook that is exposed. It is ideal. This moves away from the knight in shining armor. It is ideal. A solid choice. It is excellent. That is a logical response. It is quite good. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. A very strong play. It is excellent. That's fine. It is good. This turns the pawn into a passed pawn, which means no other pawn may oppose it as it advances. It is quite good. The rook is now on a square that is more secure. It is ideal. This defends a vulnerable pawn by pinning one of its attackers. It is excellent. Among the best actions. It is quite good. A solid choice. It is excellent. Intense. That was a serious game. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even. The players battled pretty evenly in the endgame.